Hi friends, this is Corky the Plum Creek Booksmith, and I'm back with another junk journal. This has been made out of a very old and rustic ledger from the entries that were in the pages were from the 20s to the early 40s. But this book was in really sad shape as far as the spine went. The cover needed some help. The fabric that covered the book board was coming off, so what I did was I sealed the front and back cover with matte medium or gloss medium, and I also sealed the inside of the book too, as far as the cover goes, because I wanted to keep the paper here, as you know, to seal it up and make it last a long time. This book board is not like any other ledger book board I've ever worked with. It's a softer book board, and I'm wondering if at one time there might have been some water damage. I don't know. So I just want to bring that to the attention of who might be purchasing it. It's not as sturdy. It's a little flexible, but you know, I think it's going to be fine. But this corner in particular, I think it might have gotten bent back on itself at one time. But when you're, however, 100 years old, those things are going to happen. There's a lot of staining, and it's just pretty yummy. And I put on the cloth spine that I usually do, but this time I really grunged it up. I copy dyed it, and it really turned out awesome. And then I did some slow stitching at the top and at the bottom, because the lining and the outside were separating, and I wanted that to stay sewn together. So I did some slow stitching there, and I sewed the signatures through the fabric like I usually do. There's 3 signatures, and it's mainly ledger pages from various ledger books, all in different sizes, all in different some of them are blank, some of them have been written on, some of them are from the late 1800s, some of them are from the 40s, so there's a wide range of age there. And I put in some book pages, some music page. I put one of these cool little keychain things on, and it's the number 51. If the new owner wants a different number, I can probably accommodate a new number. But these are the 2 keys that I have. I love this one. It's so unique. And this one's fun too, with like a baseball diamond hole in the face of the key. So it's a big one, so let's get started. It's 12 inches tall and 7.5 inches wide and 332 pages within. Lays pretty flat when it's completely open. And I put some pockets in, I put some goodies in, and I may still put some more in, because that's kind of how I work. There is a money receipt here that's on the first page, and then there's a little flip up pretty picture of some, I'm not sure what kind of flower that is, and some greenery. And this page here is out of a late 1800s bank book from the town I grew up in, when it was called Plum Creek, Nebraska, and that's where I got the name for my business. And then this piece of paper was in one of the ledger books, and so I thought, well, it just needs to be with this junk journal. Here's another ledger page, and it was one that was taller than 12 inches, so I folded it up on itself and made a pocket, and I put this pretty little bird on it, and let's see, this is like a encyclopedia page, and then I punched holes and I did a running stitch here just to give it some interest on the side there. And then these little receipts I just stapled onto this page. This one is from a 1926. This might be the one that, this might be a page out of this original book. I have a couple that look like this, so I can't remember which one came out of this particular book. And then here's another ledger page from a smaller format book, a statement or an invoice. And I put this little piece of paper here to make a flip, but then I forgot I had made a pocket out of this flip over, and then I just put a rusty paper clip on this side. But this is still, you know, you can still pull it off to the side and do some writing if you need to. And then this is just an offcut of one of the pages. And then on the other side I put a baggie with some negatives in. All different sizes. And look at this writing, isn't it fun? And then this one says 19, looks like 18 on this particular page. And then here is a treasurer's office receipt of money from 1892, I think is what that is. And then I turned this page over on itself. It's kind of crackly on the edge, so it may, if you use it a whole lot, it might come apart, which I think in my mind, when I make these ledger page journals, I envision maybe that the new owner would use some of the pages like in collage, or use some of them in other journals. I'm not sure how people use their journals, that like these ledger journals that I make, but, and it's none of my business. But like this one, I went ahead and tore that over. It would have been one of those that like this one over here that was a little crackly on the edge. I went ahead and tore that off. There's a canceled check. And I did another stitch here. Looks like shoelaces, and that holds this pocket. And there's a war ration book, and it has stamps in it. And then a giant index card goes there. And then I decorated this pocket because when you flip it up over itself, all of the writing is back upside down, so it might as well decorate it to make it look pretty. And I put a little journaling card in there. And I think, yeah, maybe not. I think, yeah, I made this so that this can come out, but you know, it doesn't need to. It's like, it's got these photo corners, so it can come out if you want it to. And I decorated this, I extended this pink page. It only went out so far. So I extended it with some shorthand paper, and then this little bird from an encyclopedia. And then I just laced this up. There's two pieces here, and I just laced it up and put it over this short page. So that gives you more writing space, or you can use this in another journal if you'd like. And there's a flip out here. And I saw somebody else decorating the edges of their page with stamps, so I have so much I need to get rid of, so I thought, well, there you go. This particular page has it's a nature theme stamp collection. Flowers, pine cones, there's a ram and a bird and a pear and a rose. And there's a little tuck spot here for a canceled check. And this is the middle of this signature, and I haven't decorated the strings. I think I probably will, but I'm not sure. Probably with stamps or cloth. And then this particular ledger page has this index, the letter E there. I decided to, on some of these that are just so filled with writing, I went ahead and put this form here on some of them. It just extends your writing possibilities. That flips over. I put these pretty roses here. Since this is kind of a creamy yellow, I put these here that have the little yellow centers on. Kind of picks up the yellow there. There's the other side of that pink sheet. And here's another another pocket that I made. Oh, I need to find something to put in here, so I'll have to remember to do that. And I put these two birds here. Other than it being a ledger book, ledger junk journal, it's kind of a nature theme. So we got flowers and we've got birds. It's not just ledger pages. It's got to have some pretty in it too. This is a school book page, and this particular part is about China. And there's an old flinch card that I backed with some ledger paper. And then here's another pocket, but instead of opening this way, it opens on the side. And so I made a tag, and I put some ledger paper here, and then another pretty rose. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Oh my goodness. Won't my hubby be happy? And then this is some Hebrew, a page out of a Hebrew book. And then I put a bulldog clip up here, and this holds, I think it's 3 sheets. Nope, just 2 sheets of a long, I don't know what it's called, lined paper. Oh, and then I thought I've got to put something pretty on this page. And so I found this online, and I just love it. And here's some more money receipts. And there's a little flip out. Grid paper that was soaked, and so the grid's kind of blurry. Another form that I put on this ledger page to give you extra writing space. And that's some of my favorite washi tape that's on my Etsy. Here's some poor guy's report card. Daniel needs to use good letter forms in his writing. That was for Daniel Crawford, 4th grade in 1948. There's some more of the Hebrew writing. And then I put this group of, I don't know, I guess they're like little sales receipts, maybe 1955. And so they were stapled together, and so I just kind of hung those on the top of this page. And then here's another side pocket, and I put a travel postcard in here along with another tag. And then a bingo card is a kind of a belly band here. It's just on the edge of this page. And there's bird pictures here, and they're backed with some book page. And so there, it's just a belly band. And there's another flip out, and this is the number 2. It's chapter number 2 of this little arithmetic book. I made copies because I just thought the graphics in this little book were so cool. This is the back of an envelope. I just thought it was fun to have that, and that's extra writing room with a rusted paper clip. Excuse me. There's another one of those flip outs, and like I say, be careful, it's kind of cracky here. The middle of the second one with this index, and it's the letter J. This is another flip out, and there's some more of that really pretty graphic from that math book, the arithmetic book. Another little pocket, and I decorated it with shorthand and some right side up ledger paper and a pretty bird. And I thought that picture of those hollyhocks was pretty, and the orange goes well with that little bird. And then there's some homemade graph paper here to write on, and another little ledger page, it's like a bookkeeping sheet, or page I should say, from a bookkeeper's notebook. And some of these pages were kind of brittle, but still usable as pages, but I reinforced, you know, the middle, the fold part. And then this is the letter H, and I liked this envelope because it was about the same color, and it's held on with a rusty paper clip. Some more of those stamps, and that's kind of a collection of, these were in a in a batch of things of my mother-in-law's, and she did a lot of collage art. These were some that she had fussy cut out of a travel magazine, and so I finally had a chance to use them. There's a little date due back page from a library book, and I made 3 pockets out of this little flip over, and I put some of my homemade Polaroids in, and these are some pictures that I took in my yard. And look at that pretty cardinal. And then this is our cat Mittens. And then this little page, you could, put something, glue something on there to extend that page if you'd like. This is more of that China book page. And look at those pretty asters. Sorry for the glare. And there's some more money receipts. And then this one kind of flips open and back on itself. Held on with some of my washi tape. And there's chapter 3. There was a chapter 1. I don't think I talked about it, but oh, it's the one that had the pocket. It's on the pocket. So there you go. And there used to be a paper clip there. I think I took it out when I first got those books. I should have left it on. But there's one that's still on here. It's later on in here. This is the letter J. Some more of that extending form to extend your writing. Someday I'll learn to make either smaller books with less in them, or I'll learn to talk less and get through these faster. Okay, this was found in one of those books too. It's National Federation of Business and Professional Women's Clubs, Incorporated. This was a membership card from July 1st, 1949 to 1950. And another pocket. Oh, I didn't decorate it. There's some goodies inside there. And here's some music page. This is from a really, really old book, and I just love how it feels. And for as old as it is, it's in pretty good shape. I just have it folded over one of the ledger pages in there, and it's held on with a rusty paper clip. There's another one of those flip outs. Another book page. School book page. There's another one of the treasurer's receipts for money. There's an old Denison label. This one is the letter K. And here's a letter, a real authentic letter. And I was reading through it, and it talks about, well, I hope it's not a family quarrel, but they talk about a family piano that one of the sisters wants in trade of a radio that she wants to buy. She wants to get paid for the piano from the other sister so that she can pay for a radio that she wants to buy. Okay, here's the authentic paperclip that was on this page. I didn't take it off. See, you get something extra. And I made a little top tuck envelope out, or corner out of an old envelope front. It was the front to the one back behind. So I just made it there, and it tucks in quite nicely. Here's another one of those index things. That's the letter N. And there's another one that I just did a running stitch there, and I have it over one of the pages. Another flip out. I decorated this pocket with I just made a pocket on a pocket, and I tucked in sales and service receipt, and there's 2 of these pages here, and that might make a good little envelope for you. And there's one of those bookkeeping pages again. This is an offcut. And here is a receipt for purchase, I think, and a little stamp that goes right there. And I did a little bit of kind of an overcast stitch there. $19.27. And here is a patriotic group of stamps. Another flip out. Did I say that there's 28 pages in two of the signatures and 27 in the other. And wow, was that ever fun to sew. It took me 2 hours, I think, to sew in 3 signatures, but it's worth it. And here's a birthday card that was in that envelope that I took apart. Beautiful roses, and there's a letter there. Somebody might enjoy reading, or maybe you'd like to scan the words. And then here's a pocket with some goodies in, offcut and some canceled checks. And here's the back. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did that same treatment, and I put the paper fasteners through, and that helps to make my book really sturdy. And then I cover the legs or the prongs of the paper clips or paper fasteners. I cover it with this strip of fabric labels. And so that's on the front and the back. So there's the front. And look how grungy that inside canvas is because of the coffee dyeing. Well, I better be quiet now. My goodness. You guys, if you've made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you coming along. And if you liked what you see, give me a thumbs up. Comment below. I would love to read your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell to be reminded. And now I'm going to go watch the Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills game. They're two of my favorites, so I'll win either way. Have a good night, friends. Bye now.